Okay, so we are going to transition now, and I'm going to stay up here and give you a little bit of a spotlight on the office that I work in, which is the Defense Science Office. And you're going to see spotlights today for, I think, all of the tech offices. But I just want to talk through specifically what DSO works on. So this is the only slide for this section. These are the current thrust areas for DSO. And these have changed recently. This new structure just came out maybe 6 months ago. There are 4 pillars that we sort of organize ourselves around: materials, manufacturing, and structures. This is my sort of home base in my area. Sensing, measuring, and affecting, math, communication, and processing, and complex, dynamic, and intelligent systems. Again, it's important to know these thrust areas. You can read more about them in the Open Office BAA, which is always out there for every office within the agency. You can look it up on sam.gov, and going through DARPA Connect will help you figure that out. But the thing to know about DSO, in sort of the insider scoop here, is we are the most fundamental office in the building. So if you like to talk in technology readiness levels, TRLs, we work on the lower end of that spectrum, right? The 1, 2, 3, 4 type of range. All the other offices in the building tend to work on more advanced technologies that are a little bit more forward, a little bit more maybe ready to be deployed. You know, the sort of the polar opposite of DSO you can think of as the Tactical Technology Office. You'll hear from TTO later today. TTO tends to work on systems that could be fielded in the near future, right? DSO is on the other end working on the basic technologies that could one day, if successful, work their way into a TTO platform, let's say. And so working with DSO, you have to put your scientist hat on more than your engineer hat. And the kind of things that we are looking for in DSO are really trying to disrupt the current paradigm in science and technology. And it really doesn't matter, which of these buckets you fall into. You should have a home base, but if you have a great idea that doesn't really fall into any one of these, don't worry about it. One of the things you're going to hear about today is that DARPA has an open door policy. You know, program managers like myself, we are here to listen to you. That's our bread and butter. Like we want to change the world, and we need your help. So know the thrust areas, but know more importantly what DSO works on. So if you have a technology that's like, hey, I need to pull these components off the shelf and put them together and make this new concept plane, not a DSO project, right? But if you have a science that says, hey, I have a new way to do position navigation and timing so that I can operate in a GPS denied environment, but it's not, the usual how we do it today, state of the art. It's some sort of new science or breakthrough technology we're just beginning to understand. Those are the kind of things that would be ripe for DSO. So that's the first office spotlight. And again, we're going to hear spotlights on all the other offices today. It's important to know what they all stand for. But at the end of the day, again, I'm going to say it over and over again. It really just comes down to your good idea. And we are all here to help you navigate the complexity of DARPA or the simplicity of DARPA, depending on how you like to think about it.